Now, this morning I'm going to make a couple more Christmassy things, and I'm starting with the a Christmas tree of bread rolls. Now, you won't see me today because I've just been to the gym, be impressed. I've been to acrobics. I have no makeup on. My hair's scraped back in a slide. I haven't washed my hair because I'm going to do it later. So all in all, I look like the wreck of the Hesperus, really. But I can still cook because I'm going to have another shower and get ready to go out later to go to Julie's wonderful air-dried clay course. So this recipe uses a bread mix, a packet of bread mix, but I'm going to use our no need to knead bread because I think it will work. If it doesn't, clearly this tape will self-destruct and you won't see it. Now you've seen me how to make the bread, got the recipe, you know how to do it. So I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you what I've done when I've made the bread. So that's what I'm going off to do, is to make the bread, and I'll see you in a bit. It won't take me long. Right, I've done it. I made it. I'm showing it. Oh, I'm trying to show it. It's not working very well. Hold on. My camera won't play the game today. Right, I've rolled out an oblong, rolled the mixture out into an oblong, very roughly 16 by 10. And then I'm going to spread it with mustard. Spread it with mustard. No, not using a cheese knife. That's surprising. I'm going to spread it with Dijon mustard. Lightly, obviously. Lightly spread lightly with mustard and sprinkle with cheese. Now, it says strong cheddar, but I found this lovely cheese in Sainsbury's because I've got this really dodgy shoulder at the moment, so I can't grate a huge stack of cheese. And I normally buy, I have to say, we've discussed this, I buy grated cheese quite often. And in fact, a bag of grated cheese per kilo is a lot cheaper than a lump of cheese, because I presume they use all the odds and sods, don't they, to do it. Right, so that's spread with mustard, like that. Don't know how lightly they mean, maybe it's not quite light enough. And there it is. I'm going to sprinkle it with this lovely 4 cheese mix, which is mozzarella, cheddar, double Gloucester and red Leicester, which I thought might be quite lovely. It is delicious because I've been eating it. So you sprinkle it with grated cheese, like this. God, it's years since I made this. I used to make it every Christmas. And I don't know. Christmas is not having family. We did have at one point a big house and a big family, but, you know, I managed to mess that up. So I don't have either anymore. But I do have you lot. So you roll it up like a Swiss roll, starting at the long end. So you roll this up like a Swiss roll, starting at the long end. This again is where I shouldn't have long nails because it doesn't help that I'm sticking my nails in it. But there we are. Such is life. So there it is, rolled up. I'm going to put a bit more flour in here because it's there. That's a bit better. Right. Okay. So then what you do is you cut it into 19 even slices. Well, that's a laugh, isn't it? 19 even slices. And you're going to make the slices into a Christmas tree. Hurrah for Noddy. So, I'm going to get some non-stick paper, because as you know, I can't operate without it. Life is impossible without non-stick paper. I've got my baking parchment here. Sorry for this lead flapping around. I don't know why it's flapping. It doesn't usually. That works. I haven't cut it quite right. Yeah. So 19 even size pieces. I'm going to cut the end off because that's just pastry, just a knobby bit. 19 even pieces. How long is it? It is 30. It's 40 centimeters. Can I divide 19 into 40? I can't. 40. Can't be. How am I going to do this? 19 even pieces. 19 even pieces. Let me think about this, girls and boys. So it's got to be, sorry, my phone's on. So they're kind of 2 centimeters each, aren't they, really? I'm squidging it so it's kind of even. And I'm going to use the knife that we must not confess we know. So I'm going to go 1, 2, all the way along, 20, 18, 16, oops, 14, 12, 28, 26, 25, 20, 18, 16, 14. Look at my fingernail marks in it. Sorry, how dreadful is this? 28, 26, 24. Cut that end off as well and hope, for God's sake, I've got 19. I don't know if this is the best, what's the best knife to use, really? None of them, I would say. Just reform them into circles once you've cut them, because they don't like being, the knife squidges it terribly when you cut it, but try not to worry about that too much. I'm not worrying about it. I'm being very brave. Not worried. I don't think this has got a very thin blade, which makes it quite good normally for cutting through things. So you see, make it, reform it into a circle as you cut them. I'm going to start at the other end because I just don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 with the cheese forming out of it, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, okay, that's 19 even slices. So what you do is you arrange a triangle. So I need to move this into so you make a Christmas tree, basically. Put one at the top, and you put 2, and you put 3, then you put 4, then you put 4, 5. I normally do well, squash those up a bit too much. Then you can put 4 as a stalk like that. You've got, you see, can you see it? You've got a Christmas tree. It's not an exact science, guys. What can I tell you? Right, there's 2 left there. And you make 2 rows of 2 to make the stump of the tree there. That's right. And you cover lightly with an oiled polythene bag and leave it to rise for 30 minutes. So an oiled polythene bag is not something I have about my person, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get one. So bear with, Caller, but that's what you do. That's what you do. You cover it in an oil polythene bag and leave it for the 30 minutes. So you're not going to see me for 30 minutes because I'm going to switch you off right now. Okay, here we are, out of the proving. Can you see it? I'll get my camera right at all today. So there it is. It's vaguely Christmas tree shaped, not brilliant, but vaguely. I think it might work better with a, I hate to say this, with a bread mix might be better than this. I'm not sure. Anyway, I have made a vague Christmas tree shape. And I'm brushing it with beaten egg. I've got my oven behind me on at number 8, which is 240 actually. It's very hot. The hottest you've got. Halfway through the cooking, you cover it with foil. And once it's made, you can freeze it. So make sure you've got room in your freezer for a blooming great Christmas tree size loaf. I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that because Bob actually hoped I was making a loaf of bread because we don't have any bread. He's going to get such a shock when he tries to slide this in the toaster in the morning. Anyway, there we are. I have brushed it all with egg. So that's let's put it around that way. Can you see? I've got my 2 little blobby bits beside it, but there's the base and there's the tree. So that's what it looks like. Let's see what it comes out of the oven like in a little while. Can't wait the oven to come up to that temperature. Right. Try it in the oven now, and as I say, halfway through, you will need to cover it with foil, or else it will. You need to cook it for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 15. I want to put it right at the top of the oven. So I'm going to set it for 15, and at 15 minutes, I will put it, I'll put foil over it. And so that's it cooked. I'm going to just take a photo of it finished and put a photo on. I'm not going to keep you waiting for another 15 minutes, or keep me waiting for another 15 minutes, because I want to record something else. So there. Okay, so that's you done. I'll put a picture up soon.